Hey there, thinkers! Welcome back to Critical Hit. My name is S, and we're about to dive into the riveting world of woke individuals. Their chosen moniker, not mine, courtesy of the New York Post. So, let's get into it, shall we? I stumbled upon this gem yesterday, and let me tell you, it's a real knee slapper, especially considering our recent discussions about the infiltration of gaming journalists and activists into every nook and cranny of Hollywood. Video games, comic books, and animation. So according to a groundbreaking revelation in a new study, it seems that these self-proclaimed woke warriors are more likely to be in a perpetual state of unhappiness, anxiety, and depression. Shocking! I know! Who would have thought that spending your days tirelessly scouring the internet for things to be offended by could lead to such a miserable existence? I mean, water is wet, right? And also, the sky is blue. Let me tell you, this latest revelation fits snugly right into the ongoing saga of gaming journalism and the circus of pop culture. It's like a match made in heaven, isn't it? Because let's just face it, our beloved video games, tabletops, comic books, and whatever else you fancy are infested with a delightful bunch of perpetually miserable souls. Their joylessness knows no bounds. It's like they're on a mission to spread their gloom like a virus. They thrive on outrage, bathe in the misery, and asking them how they're doing is like opening a Pandora's box. Well, according to their latest scoop, those self-appointed woke folks are apparently more likely to be drowning in a sea of unhappiness, anxiety, and depression. Well, color me surprised. Yes, it seems our friends in Finland have been busy concocting an assignment to measure one's commitment to the holy grail of social justice. And lo and behold, they stumbled upon the shocking revelation that the more progressive you are, the less happy you tend to be. But hey, if your favorite pastime involves scouring the internet for things to be perpetually outraged about, if you get your kicks from policing everyone's thoughts and words, well, guess what? It's not exactly a recipe for mental well-being, is it? Look hard in the mirror and address those personal demons before you go on a crusade to save the world. Because, as the saying goes, heal thyself. Or to put into layman's terms, sort out your own mess before you start wagging your finger at everyone else. The findings published in the Scandinavian Journal of Psychology suggest that other Western nations may see similar patterns among their socially conscious citizens, according to this enlightening study. Our esteemed study author delivered some profound insights from his perch as a senior researcher at the Invest Research Flagship Center at the University of Turku. Apparently, the woke discourse has seeped into the very fabric of Finnish society. No worries, our brave researchers saw fit to embark on a noble quest to develop a reliable instrument to measure the prevalence of these attitudes across different populations. Armed with an arsenal of intersectional feminism, critical race theory, queer theory, and other equally enthralling academic disciplines, they forged ahead of their valiant mission. Because, nothing says progressive like diving headfirst into a sea of critical social justice jargon, the joys of academia. The pilot survey, a monumental feat involving 851 outspoken souls, most of whom probably never expected to be sucked into a vortex of woke academia, especially not while casually strolling through the halls of the University of Turku. After they meticulously refined their initial scale, they expanded their crusade to include a more representational national study of 5,000 unwitting participants. And lo and behold, from the depths of their data analysis emerged the critical social justice attitude scale, akin to the 7 deadly sins but with a woke twist. So if white people have more cash than black folks, it's gotta be racism, they proclaimed, as if handing down divine revelations from Mount Intersectionality. But hold on to your panties, because things are about to get crazier than a conspiracy theory convention. According to their gospel, university reading lists must purge themselves of white European authors. Microaggressions must be vanquished with a fever of a medieval crusade. And trans women daring to compete in sports are practically Benedict Arnolds to women's rights. And oh, what a surprise. The gender divide, that thorn in the side of the woke crusade, reared its ugly head. 3 out of 5 women have cheered for the woke brigade, but only a measly 1 out of 7 men dare to join their ranks. It's like a plot of a poorly scripted reality show, the Battle of the Woke. So when we jest about the legions of white Karens patrolling the internet for social justice violations, remember it's not just satire, it's backed by the cold hard data of the woke gods themselves. All hail the mighty woke warriors, champions of the social sciences, education, and humanities, leading the charge against, well, who knows anymore? The juiciest nugget unearthed from this academic excavation? Turns out, if you're convinced that the wealth gap between races is all about racism, then you might be carrying around a hefty sack of anxiety and depression. Shocking, right? However, left-wingers seem to be hoarding all the mental health blues like a prized collection. But hey, don't shoot the messenger. This gloomy data hails from a far-off land in Finland. I'm just here to spill the tea. And guess what? They're not quite ready to sling those findings across the pond just yet. Could it be they fear the backlash bigger than that Game of Thrones finale? They're sitting tight on their hefty sample size and impressive stats, but alas, they're hesitant to dip their toes in the waters of North America. It seems daring to suggest that progressives might be a tad less cheerful than their right-leaning counterparts. It's like summoning the 4 horsemen of the cancelopolis. Sure, let's unpack this. Yes, there are real social injustices out there. No denying that. But seriously, if your entire persona revolves around sniffing out reasons to feel slighted, it's like you start off with the big stuff, tick it off your list, and then move on to the smaller grievances. Oh, we've tackled the big, major issues. Great. Time to nitpick every little microaggression. And just when you think you've got it all covered, it's like, wait, we need a new cause to champion. Let's resurrect racism from the dead, shall we? And while we're at it, let's revive misogyny too. I mean, come on, weren't these issues already on their way to the history books? I mean, it seemed like that, at least in my lifetime. But nope, someone had to whip out that old Uno reverse card and reactivate a slew of social problems, just so we could have our daily dose of outrage and something to gather around the bonfire for. Remember when the internet used to be fun? Cat videos, cool art, good times. Now? Forget it. Try sharing your artwork and watch the woke mob pounce and nitpick every detail like it's a national crisis. No fun allowed in Wokeville. None whatsoever. Well, that's everything for me. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And hey, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, and share this far and wide. As always, my name is Est, and I will see you in the next one. Toodles!